everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today I have a art supplies video for you guys. So this was kind of requested quite a bit, and I decided to just go ahead and share it with you guys. So this is my sketchbook, and this is where I sketch out my poses and color kind of like tests before I actually draft it on the final paper. I'm using the Canson Mixed Media Extra Large in size 7 by 10, and this is really good for mixed media stuff, like just sketches for me. Like here you can see some of the sketches that I did for future things. So the paper is nice, it has a good tooth here, but it's smooth on the other side, so if you want something smoother it's on this side, and then something with more of the tooth and texture is on the front. So this one is a draft of the Zashiki Warashi from Wednesday's video. The next thing would be the paper that I use for a lot of my more recent videos, and it is the Strathmore Brown Series Mixed Media paper, and it is the 6 by 8 inches version, and this one has a vellum surface, which means it's a little more textured than the smooth one. I actually got this not too long ago, but I've been really liking it. As you can see, this is some of my past drawings in here, or paintings. And with this one, I find that watercolor works really well on this paper. I haven't used too much marker except for here, but I really like it for watercolor because it doesn't buckle as much or, wrinkle up, and I don't even need to tape it down. So this is where they're at, and that's what I've been using. I also have the bigger size, which I haven't used yet. I think it's a 9 by 12, so I'm probably going to use that in the future. Now for drafting, I use these two mechanical pencils, and they're kind of just normal mechanical pencils, but inside of them I have lead, and the lead that I use is the Einstein. It's a Pentel brand, and they're in 0.5 in red and blue. So the pink one has red and the purple one has blue, so I don't have to keep changing the lead. You can put them in any mechanical pencil that holds 0.5 lead. So here you see is the blue one, and then there's the red one. And these mechanical pencils were from Ichiban-kan if you ever wanted to get them. I don't think they have a specific brand because I'm not really sure what they are. And for my regular pencil, it is a Pilot Opt shaker pencil, so if you shake it, the lead comes out. But yeah, I've been using these ones for a little bit. I had one before, but it got dirty, so I got another one, and I've been liking it because it's fatter in the barrel. I don't like using too small. Like this one is pretty small compared. Actually, they're about the same, but if it's thinner, I don't like sketching with it as much. So I use this one, and it's a good size for me. It also has a handy dandy little clip, so you can clip it onto your notebook or anything. This one's kind of getting old, but I have a lot of backups, so I'll leave a link to all the materials and stuff down below so you can know where to get them. Oh yeah, and this one holds 0.5 lead, and I use the 2B one in this one. I also have some HB, and if you don't know what that is, it is just like the softness of the lead. So 2B is a little softer, but it's mostly like the standard of pencils. So like a 2B pencil, the yellow pencils are 2B, while HB is a little more harder, and the lines are a little lighter and more solid. For erasers, I have several. So first, it is this kneaded eraser, and as you can see, if you just knead it, all the lead and stuff will go away. I've used this one quite a bit, so it's kind of dirty, but I use the Prismacolor brand. The brand doesn't really matter, it's just the cheapest one that I could find, so that's what I used. I also have this eraser, and it comes in a little carton thing, so I like to keep it in here, and it is the Moo eraser. You can see that it's kind of used up quite a bit. And this one is when you erase it, all the shavings and stuff come off in one string, so you don't have to deal with a bunch of little shavings. And I just keep it in here so that it doesn't get dirty, although it kind of is dirty. And then the last one that I use, which I use the most, is this little knocker eraser. And you just do that and it comes out. And it's good for getting the details in. I have a smaller one that's like really tiny, but I barely use it because it's not very stable and the thing just breaks off. But this one is a good size, so I think that this is very useful when you're drawing and you don't want to get like the details out. Like maybe you messed up on the eyelash, you want to erase that, but not her whole face. So this is good for that. And here, let me just show you some of my other materials that you've seen me use. For outlining, when I outline, I use the Micron Sakura one, and it's usually in 005, 01, or 03, and they come in black. That's usually the one that I use. I have one brown one, but it's dead. It completely died on me. And I also use the Prismacolor ones, Prismacolor Premier, and usually in 01 or 005. I lost my 03 one, that's why. And recently I purchased these ones, and I've really been liking these. And they are the Cartoonist Zig Mangaka Flexible and in Fine. So these ones are the thinner ones, if you can see that. This one's in sepia, and this one's in black. And I have several of these. For the white highlights, I use these two. And this is the Sakura Jelly Roll. It's a white one in 08. And I use this one more because I really like how this one works. I use the Uniball Signo white gel pen. And it looks like this. You've probably seen some of these pens over here in my doodle video. And these ones are just the ones I decided to bring on a trip in the future. Just a little bit of rainbow, but I have more. So these are the Stabilo .88 pens, and they came in a pack of 24 plus 5 extra neon ones. So that's the pack that I have, but I'm sure there's plenty of other different packs out there. And then I have 5 of these Le Pen pens, and I really like them so far, but I only got 5 of them. I got them all individually, so that's why I only have these ones specifically, but I'll probably get more in the future. Alright, so that's my little bell carry case. For watercolors, I say this quite a lot in my videos, but I use the Sakura Koi watercolors, the Pocket Field Sketchbox, and this one is really handy. Before I got this one, I hadn't used watercolors that much. After purchasing this, I've been using watercolors a lot more, as you've seen in my recent videos. So this one is the 24 color set, and I got it for about $20 on Amazon. There'll be a link down below. I didn't know there was a 30 color set. I think if I did know, I would have purchased that one instead because I'd rather have all those colors. But it also comes with the Aquash water pen, but I have a separate one instead, so I don't use this one yet. I haven't used this one yet. If I bring this on a trip, I'll probably use this one though. And then it has the little sponges on the side. You can see they're a little bit dirty. I've cleaned them, but the color won't come out. But yeah, this one I've been using quite a lot, and I really like it. So you'll probably see more of this in the future. It's kind of dirty too. And it also has this handy little thing if you're, out, you just hold it like that. But it also said that you could put this over here. I'm not sure. I just put it up here. And this is the pen that people have been asking about quite a bit, and it is the Pentel Aquash water brush pen thing. I'm not really sure what the official title is, but you unscrew this part and you put water in it and you screw it back on, make sure it's tight, and when you're doing watercolor you basically like squeeze it and the water will come out. Since there's water in it, I don't really want to squeeze it or else I have water all over my table, but that's what I've been using for my watercolor drawings. And you can see that it's quite dirty, just because there's so many colors mixed in it. I tried to wash it out, but this is kind of what stained too. But it doesn't affect the colors in my drawings, so I don't really mind. I think this one can come in a pack of 3 as well. It's probably cheaper that way. And I think lastly are these ones, and these are the Prismacolor Color Erase pencils, and they came in a pack of 24 for about $11, so it's pretty cheap. And I use these for accents. And one of the reasons why I got these was because of Juicy Ink, Tori from Juicy Ink, because I seen her use it, and they inspired me, so I decided to pick up a pack, and I really like them so far. If you can see, I've been using Violet quite a bit. It's the only short one in here, but I still have yet to use them that much, so I'm probably going to pack a few for when I leave and use them on my trip. Lastly, I wanted to show you guys the markers that I use, and here, these are my Copic refills. I don't have that many because I don't have a lot of markers, and these are the ones I use the most. So the skin colors, I definitely use the most. Then there's some pinks and purples and some grays in there. So let's start at the first drawer, and the first one is a mix of Copics and Mepixis, and there's some Prismacolor too. I don't have that many Prismacolor markers, mostly Copics and Mepixi brand, but they're all mixed in by colors. So this one is the skin colors, the pinks, and the browns. And I don't have a lot of browns, mostly skin color, really bright colors. And then here we have a mix of red, orange, yellow, and green. There's some green in here because it didn't fit inside of the top drawer, but I actually don't have a lot of yellows because they're all dying, so I need to go refill them. And then here are my other greens, my mint greens, and my blues, and I actually don't have that many blues either. I recently picked up some of these blues because I needed it for school, especially this one. So this is the only Winsor & Newton marker that I own, so there's that one, because I needed this specific color for a class. And then lastly, we have my purples and gray drawer, and I don't have a lot of grays either. And just so you know, the Mepixi ones I got on clearance, so they're pretty cheap, but I'm not sure if they are that cheap anymore. Last time I checked, Blick didn't have these ones up on their site anymore, and Amazon has them for pretty expensive. They're about the same price as Copics. And for my Copics, I usually get them one at a time, so over time I stock up. And that's because at Michael's they have a 40% off coupon, or Aaron Brothers has a 50% off coupon, and I buy that one marker and I get it 40 or 50% off depending, and that's how I stock up. So that is all for my art supplies video. These are just covering the ones that I usually use or have been using for the past couple of videos. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to check the links down below if you want to see where I purchased them. With that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!